Great job. Outstanding. Well, not only does Mallory have the toughest job to get us all in the room here together tonight, but he has to pronounce my last name. He deserves a big round of applause. Yes. Thank you, Mallory. Great job. I'm from Illinois. And in Illinois, if anything happens for the good of the people, it's entirely by accident. Our number one manufactured product is corruption. And our favorite son sits in the White House, and he actually made promises to each one of us. He said that he was going to be the most transparent president ever. And so let's just do a brief review of the transparency headlines over the last couple of months. The NSA, they're collecting your metadata communication footprint. The IRS, they're mashing up with your health data and your medical records, your tax data. The CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and they are collecting all the credit and financial transactions in the country. So when Barack Obama said that he was going to be the most transparent president ever, he had you in mind. He's opening us up in the private sector. Well, at OpenTheBooks.com, we fight government to open their books and hold them accountable for the tax and spend decisions. And this has a constitutional premise. It's Article 1, Section 9 of the United States Constitution. And it says that a periodic reporting of revenues and expenses must be given to the people on a timely basis. Well, this is the internet age, the electronic age. And we simply feel that Article 1, Section 9 should be every dime online in real time. Open the books. And that's our mission at OpenTheBooks.com, is to take every dime taxed and spent across the entire country, not only the federal level, but also the state level and the local level, and put it online so you can see it, so we can see all the gory details. Now, this is very important because what we've done is add 1.1 billion lines of government spending over the last 3 years. We're the world's largest repository of government spending. And at the federal level, we have nearly every dime that's been taxed and spent since the year 2000 with the checkbook. And we're holding 2.5 million federal salaries with 7-year salary and bonus histories. So when the national VA scandal hit, we were ready. When the doctor who retired because of the corrupt culture at the Phoenix VA blew the whistle and CNN broke the story, that scandal germinated, and just 30 days ago, the VA Secretary Shinseki went up in front of Congress. And when he went up in front of Congress on May 15th, we had the lead story at FoxNews.com giving exposure to the salaries and the bonuses at the Phoenix VA. And this is what we found. 3,170 employees worked at the Phoenix VA, but only 226 doctors. The guys couldn't get in, 1,700 veterans couldn't get in for 6 months to see a doctor because there weren't enough of them. We found, I wanted to know how many quality assurance officers were in the Phoenix VA. Out of 3,000 employees, there was one. That's the job that would have held the VA accountable. That's the job that would have ensured that veterans received the health care that they deserved. At the Phoenix VA, we took a look at all the salaries and we quantified how much money was spent on direct medical care versus how much was spent on the bureaucracy. And 41% of the salaries were spent on direct medical care and 59% were spent on management, operations, and administration. Then U.S. Senator Tom Coburn saw that and he said, we don't need more gardeners, public affairs officers, interior decorators, and designers. We need more doctors and nurses. We asked the question, and it's a fair question, is the Phoenix VA an employment farm or is it a medical system? And then if you remember, the story spread to the 7 troubled VA centers because now whistleblowers were empowered to come out with the stories. And in these 7 centers where there was the greatest incidence of death and obviously the secret waitlist scandals, we found in our data at Open the Books $10 million over the last 3 years paid out in bonuses. And so then I wanted to know, who's looking after our veterans? They fought for us. We need to fight for them. So, of course, I thought that the public auditors would be looking out for the veterans. And the third-party auditor at the VA is Grant Thornton. And data at OpenTheBooks.com shows $103 million paid to those auditors since the year 2008. So every story can be a bit more robust with hard data, and that's the story of OpenTheBooks.com. Thanks, Mallory.
I'm going to quit while I'm ahead and not try.